Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. All right, I got a different type of video today. I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite Criterion Collection covers. So I've got a number of titles in the Criterion Collection, and when I come on here and do reviews on this channel, 20th and 21st Movies, I typically talk about what I think about the movie, what I think about the 4K Blu-ray picture, the audio quality, the supplements, and as a total package, is this a title that I would recommend for you to pick up and add to your collection? That's what I do in a typical review. But I think I want to do a different type of video today and just talk about my top 5 favorite Criterion Collection covers. So I've got a lot of titles in the Criterion Collection. I don't even know how many at this point. But there are some titles that just grab me more than others when it comes to their cover. And I just want to talk about 5 that really just rise above the rest. There's so many amazing Criterion covers in the collection, so I can't cover them all. So I went through the entirety of my collection and I said, okay, title by title, would that make the cut? Would that make the cut? And I whittled down my list to about roughly 18 to 20 titles. And then of those 20 titles, I picked my top 5. And I'm going to share those top 5 with you. I'm going to share some honorable mentions. And on the other side of this, we'll get into it. And I want to hear in the comments section. And also, for those of you who do videos on YouTube, if you're a BlueTuber and you collect Criterion, this could be a challenge. Maybe you can put together a video and talk about some of your favorite Criterion Collection covers. I'm going to cover my top 5 on the other side of this, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you think about it. Let's do this. All right, we're talking my top 5 favorite Criterion Collection covers. And of course, as customary in these types of videos, I'm going to start off with 5 honorable mentions. So these are all titles, many of which I've actually reviewed on this channel. Some of them I have not, but these are all excellent films. These are not only great covers, they're also great films. Sometimes people say, well, you can't judge a book by its cover. That is not the case in these cases. These covers look amazing and they all contain amazing films, starting with David Cronenberg's Videodrome is one of my honorable mentions. I mean, I love the aesthetic of this. I mean, it's an absolute classic. You've got this VHS, glitch aesthetic, glitch-inspired aesthetic with just enough body horror that's baked into the design. It had this person going into this television. I mean, it is absolutely insane. I love the VHS style or the Betamax tape style of this whole package, but this cover is absolutely stunning. Fantastic. Spine 248 in the Criterion Collection, David Cronenberg classic. Another honorable mention is this one right here, Medium Cool. This cover has so much urgency. I mean, you look at the video camera, you look at the eye of the camera, the eye of the lens, as I'm looking into the lens right now myself, recording this video, but you look into the eye of the lens there and the whole world is watching per Haskell Wexler's camera. And you see the protesters in 1968 during the riots, during the time of the Democratic National Convention. You see a lot that was going on in the country at that time. This is a collage of so much of what was going on in America at that time. This takes place in Chicago during the Democratic National Convention of 1968. You have Robert Forster in this film. This is a film by Haskell Wexler. It's one of my all-time favorites in the collection, and it's one of my favorite covers, and that's why it's an honorable mention. Is Spine 658, Medium Cool. I'm looking forward to this getting a 4K at some point, hopefully. It was based on a 4K digital transfer at the time. So if anyone at Criterion is listening, 4K and Medium Cool, do it, please. All right, next honorable mention, Eve's Bayou, Spine 1154. This is a very elegant and haunting cover, just beautiful warm tones. You have that Southern Gothic vibe, and it just feels painterly, but it's not overly romanticized. It just feels like a beautiful painting. You have the character here. There are secrets going on. You have this southern bayou, the house. I mean, this is just a beautiful, almost painterly vibe that you're getting with this cover. It's emotionally rich, just like the film. There's a lot going on in this image. It just feels like it belongs in a museum. And it could be in a museum, Eve's Bayou. The next cover is the epitome of cool. It is Deep Cover. One of my favorite covers. So good. This is cool personified. This beautifully moody purple, I guess purple scheme. You have Lawrence Fishburne's face in shadow. It just oozes style. It's slick, urban, and sharp. And Criterion really nailed the 90s neo-noir energy of this film with this cover. This cover is one of the best covers in the Criterion Collection, and that's why it's one of my 5 honorable mentions. Last honorable mention is the film debut of Laura Dern in this film, Smooth Talk. So this is Smooth Talk. There's such a softness to this cover that masks the film's deeper tension. There's a lot of tension going on between these two characters. You have Laura Dern, you have Treat Williams there, who Treat Williams recently passed away, but his character in this film is fairly menacing. There's a lot of tension going on in this story. This cover is dreamy, it's sunlit, it's almost a little too perfect, and it sort of belies the menace that is going on in this film. And it's a lot going on here, but this is a great addition by Criterion. Has one of the best supplements in all the Criterion Collection that's included in here, Joyce at 34. Excellent supplement. But this is a fantastic film. This is one of my favorite covers in the entirety of the Criterion Collection. And that's why it is among my honorable mentions. So these are my honorable mentions for covers. What do you think about these films, and what do you think about these covers? Now, on to my top 5. These are my top 5 best covers in the Criterion Collection, in my opinion. Now, I'm looking forward to hearing what are your top 5 favorite covers in the comment section. And if you're a BlueTuber, you collect Criterion, and you want to do a video on this, by all means, put your top 5 out there and let us comment on that. First title, and these are in no particular order. Check out George Slusar's The Vanishing, this cover for The Vanishing. This one right here, it is pure psychological elegance. This cover design is with all these dots. It's a sea of dots that basically just sort of fade into a face. You have a face here that is in these dots that really tells the dread of this story, how powerful this story is. If you happen to have this title, if you have this title on your shelf, it's about the vanishing of this young lady and the investigation of it by her lover and what he finds. And there's a lot of mystery in this and menace. And I don't want to spoil this film at all. This is one of those films that you want to go in knowing as little as possible. What I just described is called The Vanishing. It's about a missing woman and her boyfriend's quest to find her. That's all you need to know. This cover will have a lot more meaning to you. You see her face. It is absolutely haunting. It is abstract, it's minimalist, and once you've seen the film, this cover hits even harder. It just captures the idea of something or someone disappearing without a trace. It's chilling without being loud, and that's very hard to do. The Vanishing. That's why this is one of my top 5 favorite Criterion covers. Okay? This is spine 133 in the Criterion Collection. So that's one of my top 5. Another one of my top 5 is one of my early Criterion titles. Still might be my all-time favorite Criterion edition. It might just be. And that, of course, y'all have heard this if you watch this channel, Blowout. Oh, I love this film so much. The Brian De Palma film starring Nancy Allen, John Travolta, John Lithgow. This cover has mood for days, folks. You've got John Travolta slouched in that chaotic editing room. You have the film reels and the audio tape everywhere. It's retro and dynamic at the same time. You can almost hear the analog hiss and buzz in this image. It tells you exactly what kind of gritty, paranoid thriller you're in for. This is easily one of Criterion's best literal scenes on a cover design. This is literally John Travolta sitting in this mess of audio reels on the floor, One of the things I love about this film from 1981 is you see this antiquated equipment that he's working with. He's a sound man in this film, and he actually records a murder, so to speak. It was inspired by the 1960s film starring David Hemmings' Blow Up, the Michelangelo Antonioni film. And this is the Brian De Palma film from 1981. It is absolutely fantastic. It is Spine 562 in the Criterion Collection. This is the 4K edition that I have in my collection. I was so happy when this was upgraded, but this is one of the all-time great covers in the Criterion Collection. It's so good. This cover got me into the Criterion Collection. I got my Blu-ray copy of Blowout when Costco sold Criterions years ago, probably in 2013. They always had at that time, a small selection of Criterion titles in the store that they would sell at $19.99. And this was one of them. I happened to just see it. I passed by it going through the aisles, and I just saw this cover, and it just was like, what is going on in this movie? And it pulled me in. And to this day, this is one of my favorite titles in all the collection. And this title and this cover says it all. It is absolutely stunning. I love it. And to this day, it stands as one of my favorite all-time Criterion editions and favorite covers. All right, my third favorite cover, the third of my favorite top 5 covers is Blue Velvet, David Lynch. This is simplicity done to perfection. It's just a textured shot of crushed blue velvet, but it's sensual, it's mysterious, and it's totally Lynchian. And when the movie opens up and you see this blue velvet moving, it is absolutely hypnotic. And the typography adds that old school noir feel. And the longer you look, the more it evokes what the movie is really about, what's lurking beneath the surface. Just such a fantastic cover. This is a striking cover that is confident in its restraint. It is not overbearing. It is just a simple looking cover. But the more that you look at it, the more you gaze at it and stare at it, the more you see in it. It is absolutely stunning. And when the movie opens up and you see that blue velvet just moving, it just brings you into the story. Fantastic. It's one of Lynch's best films, one of the most recommended that I would recommend to somebody. And this cover is absolutely stunning. I have the 4K edition, of course, recently upgraded to 4K, and very happy about that. The next title that I think has one of the best covers is a Wes Anderson film. It is just a beautiful painting, Moonrise Kingdom. This edition here is Spine 776. Just look at this cover. This one is just plain beautiful. You've got Wes Anderson's full color palette on display in this hand-painted storybook style image. It's quirky, it's detailed and whimsical, just like the film. It looks like the kind of book you'd have pulled off of a childhood shelf and gotten lost in. And for once, this packaging really does feel like an extension of the director's vision. It's just absolutely stunning. It just looks like a beautiful, perfect painting, and it has Moonrise Kingdom written there on the shore there. Fantastic. The film is also pretty good, pretty solid. Typical quirky Wes Anderson fare there. Really good film. And of course, this is a nice package overall. Criterion always does a nice job with the Wes Anderson films from a packaging standpoint. Nice digibook. This is, of course, the Blu-ray edition, and that's the highest format currently available. But yeah, this is Moonrise Kingdom, one of my top 5 favorite Criterion covers of all time. And then last but not least is a title from the wonderful director, filmmaker that I recently discovered, Vera Chytilova. And it is Spine 1157. Check out this collage here on this cover. This one is wild in the best way. This is Daisies. This cutout collage aesthetic, you have these vibrant colors going on here. Just a rebellious energy and spirit to this cover. It perfectly mirrors the film's, anarchic spirit and nature of what's going on with these 2 young women. It's playful, it's punk, it's artsy all at the same time. And Criterion gave a bold film the very bold color or cover that it deserved. And honestly, I think it brought a lot of new eyes to this underseen Czech new wave classic. 100% beautiful cover. This cover is just absolutely stunning. The more you look at it, the more you get from it. It is so incredibly beautiful. And this film is stunning. It is anarchy. It is just fascinating seeing these two young women navigate their lives in this film. Just fantastic. This is a great addition from the Criterion Collection of a film by Vera Chytilova, and I highly recommend it if you like artsy kind of films. If you're not into artsy kind of films, then I can't recommend it. But if you're open to a different type of movie that is more of an avant-garde type of a film, I can definitely recommend Daisies. It is pretty eye-opening. And again, it's spine number 1157 in the Criterion Collection. So there you have it. These are my top 5 favorite covers in all of the Criterion Collection right here. You've got these fantastic covers for The Vanishing, Blowout, Blue Velvet, Moonrise Kingdom, Daisies. These are, as of April 2025, my top 5 favorite Criterion covers. Let me know in the comments section below, what do you think about my top 5? What do you think about these covers? What do you think about these titles and these movies and these directors? And what are your top 5 favorite Criterion Collection covers that you either have in your collection or that you want to add to your collection? What are the covers that speak to you the most? And also, if you happen to be a content creator on this wonderful platform that we call YouTube, and you want to do a video as part of this challenge, you're invited to do so. Please put a video out there talking about your top 5 Criterion Collection covers. And I'm putting a hashtag on this little community offering that I'm going to call Top Criterion Covers. So hashtag Top Criterion Covers. Just put that in the hashtag of your video. That's going to be in the hashtag of this video right here. And I'm looking forward to just getting a discussion amongst the community of what are your favorite Criterion covers. So let me know all that in the comment section below. Let's have fun with this. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Have a great one. Peace.